Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. We're so excited to have you again. Amidst all the brouhaha that happened in Adamawa State, Atiku Abubakar, the former presidential aspirant of the People Democratic Party, has decided to release his sledgehammer on the Inec chairman, considering the dismal performance of the electoral body in the just concluded election. Though more of the question was as it regards the Adamawa elections, but he emphasized about the presidential election, and according to him, he said it's the worst of it for his 34 years in politics. That had been the worst, and also released what was in his mind for the INEC chairman and also the other personnel who have performed very dismally in the just concluded election. Let's just listen to what he has to say.
All right. Well, Your Excellency, congratulations. What do you have to say to the people of Adamawa at this moment, sir?
Well, I want to use this opportunity to commend the maturity of the people of Adamawa, which they exhibited during this, what I call drama, exhibited by some of the officials of INEC as far as this election is concerned. It was a very unnecessary, process that we went through. But we thank God it is all over. And I hope people will learn from the mistakes that have been committed as far as, the supplementary elections are concerned.
Well, anybody that followed this election would clearly understand why you call it a drama. We have seen two declarations within 48 hours, we can say. But going forward, how do we avoid this kind of drama in our political process?
Well, we will always continue to strive to improve the electoral process. But not only the electoral process itself, but the people who are employed, to implement the process. I think must be people of real integrity. And there is need for training and retraining, and also background checks, of individuals who are employed into the electoral body. There is so much, left to be desired from the elections we have conducted so far. I have been in politics for 34 years. This is the worst election ever in my political career. Take it from the presidential up to the lowest level. So I think there is a general need for an overhaul of the electoral process, and in fact, not only the laws and the regulations, but also the personnel.
Well, finally, the worst election ever, as far as you're concerned, and yet, the highest turnout of people at this election. Where does that leave the people?
Well, I believe the people must have been terribly disappointed. You could see the mood of the country from the presidential up. There is nobody is jubilating. Nobody is excited. So you can know that things have not gone the right way. It's a clear indication that things have not gone the right way.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
DRP. Next section, LGP. Registration.
Yawa. Sanu.
Waziri Umaru Ahmadu Fintiri of PDP, having satisfied the requirement of the law, is hereby declared the winner and
Welcome back to our channel. Now, one of the most interesting thing that he said there was the issue of poor performance on the part of the Inec chairman, and also the fact that Nigerians are not happy about the outcome of the election. And I must say that there is no lie in what he just said, because if you look at the election, it has never been like this. The number of people who had expressed concern in ensuring that they take advantage of the beaver, which was an ideal way to prevent anything like electioneering fraud. People came in from all walks of life, some people from the diaspora, just to make sure that they partake and select someone who will, at least for the first time, change the narrative of the country. But shockingly, it ended up being the worst. And it's not because it's not been the worst because the performance have been so below what we have been seeing, but the fact that so much money has been pushed in, more than 300 billion has been pushed in, and the current Inec chairman, Professor Mahmood, never gave any element of excuse in this particular election. Severally, when the issues came up and there was this kind of statement that the performance of INEC will not be as expected, that all the promises they will fail, he reiterated that Nigeria are going to see one of the best, because all of what technology they are employing has been tested on in Bios and also in Osun State election. So expectation was really high, but with what we saw, which is not just that we saw it took him so surprisingly, or he tried to fix it, he blatantly refused to fix it. Yes, I must say that, because when he was told that beavers and all other technologies are meant to be used for the election and they should call it a halt until those things are being fixed, he declined and said those who do not want to listen to the result being announced, they can stage a walkout and then they should continue with the announcement. And if you look at what is even currently going on till date, you will notice that the IRF has not been fully uploaded with results from all the polling units. I'm still talking about the presidential election. Up till today, we are still having so many elections hanging. The presidential election, a lot of them are hanging. Nobody can tell. We see disparity between what was uploaded and what was being read out to us. And they've not been an opportunity where he kind of show any form of remorse in the dismal performance that INEC has shown in the just concluded election. So you can see that this is a colossal failure that must not be allowed to repeat itself. And I feel that if the presidential or president-elect or whoever will take over that position will do what is right, Professor Mahmood should be called to order and let him given a timeline to give full details of how he expended the money and why the documents that were expected to be uploaded as he had promised Nigeria were not uploaded, and why those things uploaded were wrong, and yet he did not say anything about it. I won't go further than this. Let's just leave it there. Go to our comment section. Let's interact. What's your position on all of what Atiku has said?